G'day guys, welcome to Four Wheel Drive Down Under. We're just up in Stringybark Creek, up in Victoria. It's pretty cold at the moment, we're in the winter season, so it's a bit wet and muddy, but and a bit cold last night. It poured down rain halfway through the night, so a few of us are a bit tired and a bit cold today, but we're pretty good. So we're just down at a historic reserve where the police were shot by the Kelly gang, so we're just looking at a bit of their history. So we'll give you a bit of a rundown while we find out some more and give you a bit of a look into what we're seeing. So stay tuned, guys. And we're back, guys. So I'm just reading up some information here behind me, and the actual police, when they were killed by the Kelly gang, they actually don't know exactly where they're killed. They're still in an ongoing investigation and research to find out where the exact officers and their campsite was when they were killed by the Kelly boys. But as you can see right behind me here, there is a nice area made for the police officer, a bit of history about what happened here or around somewhere around here. It actually says on this sign, if you give me 2 secs, on this billboard here, it's got a bit of information where the Kelly boys and all that used to hide out. On this board itself, up in the Wombat Ranges, they said the Kellys used to run their stocks and horses through here when they're stolen the horses and all that and their cattle and hide them up in the ranges here. And when the Kelly boys got a warrant out for their arrest, they hid up here, Dan Kelly and Ned Kelly, and soon found out the police were looking for them, the Mansfield police. And on the 25th of October 1878, they found the police officer's campsite, and obviously the Kellys did not want to be captured, and there was a standoff. I don't like to go into too much details because everyone has their point of view that the Kellys are bad and the police were no good, so I'll let everyone have their own debates between themselves. But obviously there's a shootout and 3 police officers were killed, and 1 got away and told the story about what happened that day. Yeah, pretty interesting. Let's go for a bit of a walk down here. A nice little walk. Absolutely beautiful here, much as it's cold and wet at the moment. It's definitely nice. So here's Thomas. So he was one of the police officers who were killed. I could read all this information. I know here we go. It's got his birthday. He's age 36. He had a daughter was 7 years old. Another daughter was 10. And a boy was 5, and another kid was 2 years old. So a bit of a decent family on him. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, some of this stuff. What amazing. Yeah, Sergeant Mitchell. He's probably one of the most known police out of the 3 who were killed. You actually see him in the movie too. He was also 36, and it looks like he has a bit of a family behind him too, so. Same time, it is sad what happened between the Kellys and the police. Constable here, Mitchell. He's 34 and unmarried. He came from Ireland. Well, there you go. Yeah. So, there's a lot to read. I'm not much of a reader, so I'm just going to give you the typical lazy bloke look and just have a look at the pictures pretty much and give you a little bit of a read and tell you what's going on. But it's definitely something you should come see if you get the opportunity to come up here. It's even got the bounty here. Murdered police officer. Police, should I say. 2.5. But it's definitely amazing. Some of these things, like, be here for a while reading all about this, but it's just absolutely beautiful. And you've got 4 police officers here that day. He's the one who got away, Thomas. I'm pretty sure it was Thomas who got away. And you got Dan Kelly and Ned Kelly. Don't look like much of killers. Alright guys, stay tuned with me. I'm just going to go and look at the Ned Kelly armour growing in the tree. I'll get back to you on that. Now, just going for a bit of a walk. Just to the next site to go and see. This is my first video doing this stuff for Full Drive Down Under. I am the son of Stephen, and Stephen runs the channel. He's asked me to do these things, just talk to you guys, so it makes the channel a little bit more interesting, so you can see, instead of just seeing the driving and just hearing the cars making their noises, going through the mud, and just hearing music, and give you a bit more to see and actually see for our eyes a bit. So, and you know, it's good to hear a voice in the channel, know what's going on. So you have to bear with me. This is my first video, and much as I'm good at doing, as my dad says, Snapchat stories and all that and other stuff, this is, you know, this is going out to the world, you know, onto YouTube and that. So eventually I'll get better at this, but you're just gonna have to give me a minute here. But I hope you enjoy the video I'm putting out for you, and you know, I'm trying my best, and hopefully I'll get better at this. But you know, there's only one way to start, and that's starting. So I hope you enjoy the video, and you know, any tips or you know any more than what I don't know and what I say today, feel free to comment and let us know some more. And with Full Drive Down Under, we also before coronavirus came in, we also put up links, so if people want to join us on our trips and want to come out with us and, you know, have someone else to experience their trips with, they're quite welcome to come. So, you know, we learn things from them, they learn things from us. Doesn't matter what kind of full drive you got, doesn't matter what kind of gear you got, as long as you got the right recovery gear, willing to help out when shit hits the fan. Shouldn't really say that, but you know, when it hits the fan, you know, and you're laid back, come on out, give us all, you know, it's always good having new people out with us, see what rigs they're running and all that. You've got to start somewhere in the full driving adventure life. It doesn't matter what rig you got. It's got 4 wheels and goes in full drive. I'll get it out. We're always willing to help each other out. So anyway guys, I'll let you know more. It's bloody freezing down here. Absolutely cold at the moment. It's just really, it's not rain, it's just mist, but it's definitely wet. But it's nice, the smell of the forest and the trees and all that from the rain. It's definitely, you know, definitely nice. It's got the best thing about full driving and going adventuring is you know, you've got your summer, you've got your autumn, you've got your springs, you've got your winters, different seasons, different, you know, different terrain. Right now, during the summer, it'd be stinking hot. I don't even know if I want to walk this kind of track during the summer. At the moment, I'm cold, but you know, I'm warming up because I'm walking, so it's quite good. It's different. It's a good thing about full driving and adventuring. Come here during the summer, come here during the winter. It's completely different terrain. You know, a lot harder to drive. Just a lot more to see. You know, more green around here. Wildlife likes to like it more when it's wet too, so the birds are definitely out, and a lot of kangaroos out. We've seen a lot of kangaroos. A lot less people today because Melbourne's in lockdown. I feel sorry for a lot of them. They all wanted to come out and do their trips too on the long weekend. So a lot of Melburnians, if you see this video, I hope this, you know, gets you probably pumped for the next time you can come out and get out here and suss it out. It's beautiful. G'day guys, so got a 10 to 15 minute walk from where I was last on, so the last video I was on. It's not a hard walk, it's pretty easy, pretty much anyone can do it. So if you're old or you got youngins, it's not that bad of a walk. It's pretty flat, so you definitely give it a go. 10 to 15 minute walk. The idea is it's not from the actual site where the original police were, their campsite was. But the idea is to give you a rough idea of how far the body was of the sergeant. So what happened is the sergeant did escape. He did get on the run and started running, but the Kellys followed after him. There was a bit of gunfight. So Dan actually, says on this sign, Dan actually shot him in the arm, and he was hiding behind a tree, the sergeant, and was taking fire from either direction. Another fire shot was coming from the actual Kelly himself, and Kelly was the one to shoot him again, second time. Now these wounds on this sign says they were inflicted. The one in the arm was, you know, was more of a wound than anything, but the one that got him under the arm would be a bleed out wound. So, well, it sounds of it in the sign that Kelly seen it, that he was not going to make it out of here. So in the story here behind me, it sounds like Kelly's put the shotgun, loaded one of the shotguns and killed him. So it sounded like it was pretty full on. The police officer did unload all his rounds out of his revolver. He did drop the gun. It even says that Kelly didn't know that he dropped his firearm, and he would have stopped firing if he knew that. But during the moment he did not notice that the officer dropped his firearm. So it's a pretty intense story. I found it pretty intense to read about that. But yeah, it's interesting to know, like, you know, walking the steps of history. So definitely recommend it, have a good look at it and all. But there's a lot more to read if you want to get right into it. I'm not that kind of person. I read a little bit and get a bit of an idea, and I'm happy with that. But yeah, it's interesting. It's just amazing. You know, I've watched the movies and all that, and seen the stories behind it, and they're all different, the storylines. But you know, at the end of the day, everyone makes their own opinions about it, what it happened and what they believe in. So come on down and have a good read about it and walk in the steps pretty much of what happened. So stay tuned guys for the next bit. And on that note, around this area, if you haven't been around this area, there is a few campsites. There is one where the actual site is of where the shooting was. The actual campsite, they say. It's not the actual campsite, but there is a fire pit and all that. You can camp down, and there's a car park with drop toilets and all that. So you've got all that option there. And literally about a K down the road from here, there is a big campsite area. By the looks of it, when we were in there, it was pretty dark last night. We just drove out in the morning, but what I could see, it looked like it was, you know, probably at least an easy 20 sites. So, and they all got fire pits. You know, you got your stove tops on them and all that. So you can definitely cook up a feed, and you don't have to have all your utensils that you need. But yeah, nice good campsite, and then it's got a nice little oval shape in the middle, bit of history there, signs in there, information signs and all that. Yeah, but it's nice in there. It's got drop toilets too, so you know, you need the toilets and all that. You got all that options there. Good open area, bit of wildlife. You see some kangaroos in there, and got woken up today by the loud kookaburra. He's singing a tune for us, so definitely nice to go in there. But yeah, big open area, so you're not far from it either, this whole area. So yeah, definitely get in. There's a nice little open area in the middle, so if you've got kids and all that, it's got one of them timber fences go around it, so it keeps vehicles out, so your kids can have a run amok and have a bit of fun. And you can keep an eye on them at the same time, and knowing that no vehicles can go in that area. So that's another good thing if you've got a big family and you've got the kiddies running around. So yeah, just thought I'd give you some more information about the campsite. I'm sorry I couldn't get any pictures or videos of it. We did get in late and dark, and we just left straight away in the morning to get out and go and get on the road. So but I'll see if I can pull it up and get some photos of the actual campsite, and when I get it back home and look it up on the website and chuck in the videos for you, so you can actually get a rough idea what you're looking at. But yeah, definitely recommend the site. Definitely good fire pits, well looked after. So yeah, there you go guys. G'day guys. I'm here at another spot now for another 5-10 minute walk on the track. More information about the day of the events and then the day after the events of the shooting of the police officers by the Kellys. I'm going to make this quick because it is starting to pour down rain at the moment. It's getting really cold. It's like down to about 5 degrees, I reckon. So I'll make this really quick. So the constable escaped from the shooting. He went back into town in Mansfield, and he knew that was Kelly associates in the town, so he had to be very careful what he done. He snuck into town to inform the rest of the police of what happened. So I think it was, well, the sounds of this sign, what it says is, I think it was 5 police officers, 4 of them. I can't find it at the moment, but anyway, a few police officers dressed up in plain clothes, and just were going to leave and head out. And by the sounds of it on here, they did try and make it as quiet as they could, but it didn't happen. The Kelly associates knew what was going on. By the midday, the whole town knew of what happened, the shooting of the police officer and what the Kelly gang had done. And the Kelly brothers found out about it, that the police were out again and looking for him, and they knew about what happened with the police officers in the shooting. So it's a bit interesting. Well, it sounds like these police officers in the plain clothes on the next day after the shooting were heading to another police station to meet up with another group of police officers in plain clothes. So definitely the hunt was on, which is interesting. But it just goes to show, back then, even when they didn't have phones and all the technology, that from morning into midday, it's 4 hours, you'd say, the whole town knew, and within the town knew. Then not long after that, the Kelly brothers knew what was going on. So talk got around really quickly. A lot of town people obviously grew up Ned and the brothers, Dan and all that, so they were a bit fond of him. So yeah, it just goes to show that a lot of people were on the Kelly side, and then you have a lot of people on the police side, so a lot of confrontation between it all. So it's pretty interesting. But so alright guys, I'll get back to you. I'm just going to make a bit of a move on this walk because it's starting to pour down. There's some of the walking track. Got a few stairs. It's quite beautiful. Lucky for these trees, it's raining, but it's not coming down too hard in here because the rain's covering me. I mean, the trees are covering me, should I say. Bit of a water stream through here, you can hear it. Right next to the creek. So it's not bad of a walk. If I remember rightly, when we first rocked up here, I had a 40-minute walk. So looking at it about just over a K, I reckon, distance of walking. So it's not bad of a walk. I'm not much of a walker outside of this adventure life. I'm just work and do my things at home, and yeah, don't do much of exercise. So I'm not the fittest bloke going around, but so it's not bad of a walk at all. It's definitely a cool scenery. Absolutely amazing. There's one big tree. It's huge. Absolutely massive. So, a bit of a sit there. It's pretty nice here. So, just more information. So, just a bit more information here. I'm not going to stick around for too long. It's getting a bit wet and I'm soaking drenched. So, but looks like there's a bit of tree chopping after the events out here. It looks like the police done an investigation and took some photos of the events in the area where it happened. So